speak for us. Please find highlights from a recent Sierra Club presentation where one of our former clients speak about her great experience with ICS.
Well, Steve made it sound simple, and it was anything but. It was a very arduous process until I found Chris. Switching over to this type of a system and how to choose the right person to do it, because I think that is the most important thing. And I suddenly started reading a lot of scientific articles about the health dangers of fossil fuel byproducts. Literature is quite alarming if you start to look at it. Not only the dangers, like Chris mentioned, of carbon monoxide poisoning, but just the everyday exposure, mostly respiratory, of the byproducts that circulate in your home just from using a gas stove, a furnace, a gas-powered clothes dryer. They produce what's called particulate matter, which are very fine particles that float through the air. It also comes from any kind of combustion energy source, such as cars and factories. But most people get exposed to it in quite surprisingly high levels just in their own home. Air quality inside most people's homes is far worse than anything they're going to breathe out of doors. Chris mentioned something that I discovered was like the most important place to start when you're thinking of putting this into your home. And that's the manual J calculation. That's assessing what the particular needs of your home are. It's not a one size fits all at all. A lot of people just look at the websites for manufacturers and they say, okay, well, if you have so many square feet, this is what you need. That's the furthest thing from the truth. So you need an expert, and Chris was really the first person, after interviewing 10 contractors, who not only knew about manual J calculations, but also knew how to do them. And it was really quite shocking because I was working off recommendations of contractors and dealers that the manufacturers were rating as their 4-star platinum, top rated contractors in my area, which meant that they had gotten training from that company and how to size and install these units. These people just didn't know what they were talking about. Me as a layman, knew about these things, and he didn't. These contractors didn't. I said, these are clearly not the right people, especially since these jobs are pricey.